Welcome everybody to today's trainings webinar here with neuroflash. It's good to have you all here. Today is a pretty special webinar, I would say, because it's not only going to be me today presenting, but also Jan from TekWeb. Jan is a heavy user of neuroflash and will show you how he is using neuroflash to create scalable long text and blog posts with neuroflash with the help of AI. Cool that you're all here. While I still wait for some others to join, let me quickly explain to you the tool that we're using today. On the right side, you should see a chat function. Please use the chat function if you have any questions throughout the webinar. We're going to take some time at the end of our session today to answer your questions. So if you have any, just put them in there. And then on the left side, you should see my shared screen. And you should see me and also be able to hear me. And if you cannot hear me, just please let me know in the chat. What do we want to cover today? First of all, I'm going to give you a quick introduction into neuroflash. What does neuroflash do? How can it help you? What does it have to do with AI? And then I'm going to hand over to Jan, who's going to show you how he uses neuroflash as an SEO and content manager and in order to produce pretty big amount of text for his everyday work. He's also going to show you a live demo of our app today. So he's going to lead you through his workflow within neuroflash and going to show you what kind of text types, what kind of processes he uses neuroflash for. And then finally, as I told you before, we're going to take some time to answer all the questions that you might have. My name is Lasse. I'm the customer success manager here at neuroflash, responsible for customer support, customer communication. And yeah, I've been doing these webinars for a few months now and happy to have you here. And then Jan, if you could maybe quickly show yourself and before introducing yourself later on.
Hi everyone. Yeah, I will do that. Cheers,
good
everyone.
to have you here. Thanks so much for doing that with us. And yeah, I'm going to hand over to you later on. Because first of all, I want to start with a quick introduction into neuroflash. Okay, as some of you might still be a bit new to neuroflash, maybe you have an account, maybe you don't have an account yet. Let me quickly explain to you what neuroflash does and what kind of features it offers. Most of you probably think that neuroflash is only a tool, software to write content, to write AI-based content. And yes, of course, this is our main feature, our main product, and also the feature that Jan's going to talk about later. But we understand neuroflash more as a AI content platform. So there's also other things that you can do with neuroflash. What you also see here is the AI tester. What the AI tester does is that it's capable of analyzing the content that you have written with neuroflash in terms of, does the text that I just wrote with neuroflash actually resonate with my target group? Is it really the text that I wanted to have? Is it actually resonating with my objectives and my goals? So this product is there for you to analyze the text that you generate with neuroflash. Then thirdly, we have a tool called AI images, with which you can create images that are created by AI in order to enhance your social media posts, your blog articles, etc. So images that are in real time created for you by AI. And then lastly, not yet live, but we hope we can publish and launch it this week. We're gonna add one product called AI avatars. You might have heard or might have realized that in the past days and weeks, there has been a pretty big hype around AI avatars. So images of yourself created by AI in various styles. And we are also capable of doing that and delivering that. And please stay tuned. We're gonna probably launch this by the end of this week. So something that you can be happy about. And while I continue, there's already one question, and good question. Thanks to you, even. Of course, we're going to record this video and we're going to send it to you afterwards. And it's also going to be uploaded to YouTube, to our YouTube channel. So Good question right at the beginning. So yes, it's going to be shared with you. Quickly talking about the advantages of neuroflash that are a result of the 4 products that we offer to you. First of all, and I think this is what Jan will agree on, is that neuroflash is a tool to increase your efficiency, because you can just write faster, more content faster, and you can save time doing some other stuff. Also, it increases your creativity with the AI images, but also with maybe new writing styles that you're gonna that you're getting suggested. neuroflash shows you new ways of creating content, different tonalities, different styles for you to really enhance your content. Then thirdly, neuroflash is a tool to get inspiration. I think we all know the situation that we sit in front of a blank piece of paper and we have to start writing, but this starting process doesn't really work well. neuroflash is there to help you with this, to remove blockages and for you to gather fresh ideas, collect insights, etc. And then lastly, of course, which is one of our main points and most important points, is that neuroflash is a tool for high quality content, because it generates unique content for you, content that is not just copy paste from the internet, but created in real time based on your prompt, based on your briefing to the AI. But how does this actually look like inside the app? There are 2 ways and 2 processes of how to generate text output at neuroflash. What you see here is the first process, very simplified, but it's the first process. And it's a process based on text types and workflows. What we did is that we developed text types that should cover pretty much all the use cases that are out there for you to create text. So what you would do in the first step is that you should just select the text type of your choice, representing the kind of text that you want to generate. And then secondly, fill this text type with the context, with information that the AI should know about for it to create content that fits to your needs, by adding a description of the topic, by adding the keywords that are important to you. This is the process number 1. So selecting a text type and then providing the AI with some background information. What's also possible with neuroflash is that you can interact directly with the AI. What you see in this picture or GIF is our typical text document. And what you can do here, instead of relying on our text types and then briefing the AI based on those text types, you can just enter your command, your instruction directly into the AI, directly into our text editor, then click on command, and the AI will do just what you want it to do. And in this case, I think the example was create a list with 5 tips for a vacation in Spain. And 5 seconds later, you get exactly this. Of course, this could be enhanced by some information about your target group, about the tonality that you want the text to have, etc. So you can have this direct interaction with the AI, independent of our text types. And with this, I think I'll stop for now and we'll hand over to Jan to show you where he's working, what he does, and also how he uses neuroflash to help create content. Thanks. And thank you, Jan.
Hi, everyone. My name is Jan. I will take over from here. Thanks for the introduction. I work for a company called TekWeb. I will show you in a few seconds. I'm going to share my screen with you now. I hope you can see it. Lasse, maybe you can let me know if you can see everything. In a few seconds. There you go. Can you see my screen?
Yep, looks good. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. I work for a company called TekWeb. We're basically focusing on online marketing and SEO. I work as a content manager and CEO manager, if you may say so. Job positions are a little bit loose in this kind of field of work. So we have a large portfolio of websites, and we need content for those to stay actual and interesting for the audience, but also for people who want to place ads, and in a small sense also for link building. So we have more than 300 websites. with more than 500,000 visitors every month, and therefore we have to refresh and renew our content quite frequently. And as you can imagine, having this large portfolio of over 500 websites by now, it takes a while to generate content for this big amount of like websites. Therefore, we used to have a team of 2 people. Now we're a team of 4 people, which is still considered, I'd say, a small team. And what we would do is we would outsource the content creation to someone else who would then write a text for us. So we would give them a briefing about a specific topic, and then they would write a text for us, and then they would get back to us, and then we could work with that. But sometimes we weren't like, to be honest, like there was some small issues or larger issues, and we have to get back to them. And there was a back and forth, and it took time. It takes time to create. It takes time for the author to accept. So this whole process took a lot of time. So last year when we went to the OMR, which is the largest festival, I think, meeting for online marketing, I think so, in Europe or maybe in Germany, where we found Neuroflash and their AI-based solution of how to create content. And we were highly intrigued. And ever since then, we started using their application, which I'm going to show you later. And what it helped us to do is to get less involved parties for seamless workflow. So we could cut out the middleman with the author. We would just make a briefing ourselves, and then we would let the AI take over, and then we could work with that. So there's some fringe cases where there's a highly specific topic or something that the AI is not too specific about, which we like in a way we needed to. So then we still would go out of our ways and would hire someone who's like an external author for a specific topic. But that's a rare case nowadays. And I would say 80 or 85% of all content that we create is made by Neuroflash. So we use Neuroflash, as I already mentioned, mainly for creating content for a website portfolio. Sometimes I use it for inspiration, as Lasse already mentioned, because you can just ask the AI something or can use a tool that you get generated questions to a certain topic. Maybe you haven't considered those questions, maybe they didn't come up to your mind, or you just overthought the topic. So there's different ways to use the app. We mainly use it to generate content for our websites. So it allows us to, in a small team, generate a huge output for content for many different kind of websites. How I integrate Neuroflash in my workflow is by the following. I usually do keyword research or focus on a specific topic and find something I want to write about. And once I've established something I want to write about, I will then go to Neuroflash and either already brief the AI if I have a specific topic in mind, or if I had just a broader perspective. I might get some insight from the AI and then choose a topic based on what the AI output and based on what I want to write about. So now see if there's some congruency in that, and then I'll go on to just generate some text. I will show you in a second how I do that. And after that, I'll just fact check it, and then I'll upload it, and that's basically it. We mainly use the blog article builder, and sometimes I fall back on the SEO analysis tool, which is nice to use in synergy with some other tools you can use for SEO performance, which is mainly a plugin we use in our WordPress tool. So the combination of those two tools is quite nice. So you can make sure that you write a good text that you hopefully might be able to rank high on the Google search. Nowadays, it's quite easy to employ or to export the content from Neuroflash. 2 weeks ago, they introduced the HTML formattation, which you can then directly upload to your WordPress or whatever hosting program you use. And I'll just go right into the live demo. I have to switch windows here and show you my on-screen Neuroflash. So just go back to here. My Neuroflash is in German. This is an issue, Lasse, or shall I just change the language quite quickly?
You can go to the bottom left to account, and then click on English.
Yep.
And then I think
there you go. That was fast. Yeah.
Better.
Okay. I'd go to the AI writer. I would just, if I want to get some inspiration, I'm not quite sure about what I want to write about. I'm I'm basically, my background is in fitness and rugby. So I write about like fitness content a lot, about exercises, about supplements, but sometimes I can't think of, like, it can come up with something new, and then I need some inspiration, and I could just go here and, for example, ask the AI, just brief it in English. You could ask the AI here in the writing tools for a question generator. And like, for example, now is winter time. So if I want to write something which is appropriate for the time we're right now, so I could write about supplements maybe during winter or in winter. And then the AI will brief me or suggest me different kind of questions, and I can choose from them, or I can get inspired by them, formulate my own question. A few examples would be, what supplements are beneficial for boosting the immune system during the winter months, which is quite nice, to be honest. How can supplements help promote healthy skin during winter months? It's kind of specific, maybe too specific to what I want to write about. And are there any winter-specific supplements that can help reduce the risk of cold and flu? This is slightly specific, but could be the one I'm looking for. I'll take the broader one here, just which ones are beneficial. Since I really like it, I just go forward and copy and paste that one. I go back then to the AI writer, and then I use the blog article builder, which is the main tool I use to generate long, coherent text. So if you want to just have a paragraph or just a small text, you could easily go with the AI writer, with the other tool. If you want to have a coherent, long text, I would go with the blog article builder, because it gives you the chance to like subsequently build up a blog article with around 500 or 1,000 or even 1,500 plus words. So I would use that. You can choose the language right here. I have all sorts of different languages. I think the main support is for German and English for now. Maybe Lassie can say something about the language selection later on. I want to write about supplements during winter. Supplements in winter. So the program will give me another option now of like topics, but I already pre-selected what I want to write about. So I could skip this step, but only to show you. So it gives you more headlines that you could use for your blog, like the importance of taking supplements in winter, how to choose the right supplements for your needs this winter. I really like the question we formulated earlier. So what supplements are beneficial for boosting the immune system during the winter months? So I'll take this one. Based on this headline, neuroflash will now generate for me underlined like different points that I can use in my blog. Also, in this case, it's 3 different options I can choose from. Something like really simplistic, vitamin C, zinc, elderberry, or something more sophisticated, like written out sentences. I like this one, so I just go for it, and then I press on continue. Usually, neuroflash will generate the first paragraph by itself. You can still choose from 3 different options. As you can see, the paragraphs are quite long. Now it's up to me as the creator to read through them. It's obviously helpful if you're a fast reader, if you want to use or want to work with an AI option like neuroflash, since it gives you 3 or 4 different outputs, so you have to kind of scan through what you want and see what you're looking for. I really like the first option here, vitamin C. But it's a little bit specific on vitamin C in this kind of sense, but just to show you how this process works, I would just add it to the timeline here. And then I would just go through the whole blog like this, and I just could go here to the second headline, copy paste it to the briefing here, edit briefing, and I changed the subheading to the new briefing, and the topic is the same here. I could change the topic in a way if I wanted to generate a really long text, which is really broad. Let's say I want to write something like 2,000 words about supplements in general. So I could write about supplements in winter and then change like the topic here to general supplements or supplements for strength training. And then it will change the output, and I could then chain those 2 different topics together and make it a broader topic and make longer text if I want to. I do that sometimes too, if I want to generate really long text. So that's also an option you have. So if you want to look, if you're looking for really long text, you can do that. And it might be helpful to change then the topic slightly. So the topic should be still interconnected with what you want to write about, but it could be slightly different to generate a different output. So I can then create 3 more paragraphs here.
Maybe one tip very quickly, Jan, also to the listeners. So what you can always do is to select all the suggestions that are being suggested to you when you click on create, pull them to the left side of your text editor. Maybe you can quickly jump back, Jan. So you have them in the big picture on the left side, and it's always you're always free to manually edit them, maybe delete one part that you don't like, but use another part of a second suggestion that you like better, and really just try to combine them the best way possible. So that just for the listeners, I think it's important to understand that you can select, of course, all suggestions and then work with them.
Exactly. Yeah. Choosing one of the ones will not delete the other ones. They will remain there until you change the briefing to somewhere else. So yeah, you still have the option to choose, pick and choose what you like from the different options generated to a specific topic. Yeah. Thanks for that. Yeah. The input. So yeah. Also on top of that, I would just go through all these headlines, and then maybe I would write like in a nutshell or something in a conclusion or summary. And then that will already be something around, this already has 580 words. I have 3 more headlines to go. I can still write a summary. So this will probably be like 1,500 word text, and it would take me maybe 10, 15 minutes to do that. And if I would give that to a writer, something like that, like what supplements do I need in winter, then I need a specific writer who knows about supplements. He has to accept this, and then he has probably a time window of 2 or 3 days to generate a text, which is within the range of 1,000 to 1,500 words. He has to get back the text to me. I have to read it, prove. If I don't like it, I have to send it back. He has to change it. So this takes a lot of time. It's a hustle for us. I'm not a fast writer, so by any means. So giving me basically the power to generate or write my own text without having to write them in a fast manner is something that is really, really nice about neuroflash. And we use it since, I think, for almost 7 or 8 months now, and we're like really, really happy with the output the AI generates for us. So if I want to use a text I want to rank for in Google, I have the option to also not only use my plugins in WordPress for the SEO analytics, I can also use the SEO tool, which is highlighted here on the right-hand bar. Underneath the different tools you can choose in the blog article builder or just the typewriting builder in itself. It just says SEO here, SEO analysis. I can give him a keyword here like supplements. You might as well see why I'm not a fast writer, winter. And basically the AI will generate the first 20 search results for this keyword, the specific keyword. And it also will show you a cluster of words here. So here you can see the top 20 search results for supplements winter. So you can get even inspired by those if you want to look for some inspirations, like what works, what doesn't work, what do people look for in a specific kind of article, considering that we want to write about supplements during winter. And it also shows you this cluster of words where it shows you how often you should use a specific kind of additional keyword that works synergistically with the keyword you want to rank for. So let's say I want to rank for the word supplements winter. I should also implement the words best, cold, diet, health, healthy, and so on and so forth. It also tells me that I use the word supplements too often, the word system too often in help. So I might want to cut down on these. And I have a perfect amount of the word count for immune, one, winter, and zinc. So I can additionally can change or change the way the text is written manually by myself, and just change or use some synonyms or exchange some words in order to make it more coherent with the output I get from the SEO analytical tool. And then I also have the metrics I can use from the SEO tool I use in the WordPress itself. So once I'm done writing this article in the blog article builder, I would then go for and export it. Just press here, I can export it as an HTML, which will then be downloaded here. I can open it, I can just, now it's already converted visually and converted. I didn't figure it out last time, but now I have figured it out. So I could just like copy paste the whole thing into my WordPress right here. And I have the formatted version of the neuroflash text I generated, and I can just do my my WordPress stuff here, my SEO tools, my, I don't know, tools to change the way it looks, add some color to it, add some pictures to it, and that's it basically. And so neuroflash plus WordPress allows me to generate content in like 20 minutes, which is high in quality, informative, and it is like unique, as Lasse already said. So I think that was it from me from this part so far. We will do short Q&A now, Lasse and I. So if you have any questions, feel free to write them in the comment section. And the conclusion I'll leave to you, Lasse. Thanks for giving me the time to share. And
yeah, thanks so much, Jan. I think that was a very cool, insightful look into how you use neuroflash to create your content. And indeed, as Jan told you already, if you have any questions, please write them down in the chat regarding what I showed you, regarding what Jan showed you. And also, if you have any other questions related to neuroflash, just put them down in the chat. Right now, I don't see any questions. Maybe you are still typing. So let me quickly just wrap up the session, and then we're going to check again into the chat to see if there's any questions. Especially for all of you who are new to neuroflash, of course, we do offer you to try out neuroflash for free. You get the chance to generate 2,000 words per month with that free subscription or with that free account, where you don't need to enter any credit card, etc. It's very, very easy. And just to show you how this works, you should see a link right now on your screen if you're interested in just trying neuroflash out for the first time to see if it really fulfills your use case. Just click on that link right now, and you can create an account at our site. And yes, I still don't see any questions. So I guess Jan, your presentation was perfect. No need for any questions. I think it was very insightful. Thanks again. Maybe one comment from my side, because you just said that in your workflow, when you export the document into WordPress and then do the final touch for it before it goes live, you can also use neuroflash, and I'll show you, to already add some images while you work on a blog article by using our Unsplash integration here. So you could just type in, I know this is in German right now, but just to show you that it's possible via this icon, you can search for images by just typing in a keyword, and then you can already add those pictures into your blog article in this text editor. Just maybe as an inspiration. That was, I think, my last comment on that. Still don't see any questions. Then I would say thanks so much for participating in our webinar. I hope it was helpful for you guys. Thanks so much again to you, Jan, for showing us how you use neuroflash. And then my last thing, just for the participants, is, of course, if you have any feedback regarding this webinar, maybe also regarding the past webinars where you might have already taken part in, just click on that feedback button right now. It would mean a lot to us to improve the structure, the concept of these webinars, for us to improve. And I think that's the goal. So enjoy writing with neuroflash. Have a good Christmas time if you celebrate Christmas. Have a good end of the year. And thanks again very much to Jan, and I wish you all a great evening, morning, wherever you are in the world. Thank you, and see you next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.